Welcome back to the Jason Reuter Coaches Show here on the BCHS Bearettes Network here at Studio H12. I'd like to once again, before we start, thank the students and Mr. Gwen Schroyer for making these shows happen every week and just continue doing a great job for us there. We're going to talk to Miss Anna Mahoney, one of our seniors here in a moment, but Coach, I'd like to start with you first. Last week, 3 games. You won here at home against Saudi Daisy. You went on the road to East Hampton. Then Saturday afternoon, you had a battle with Knox Catholic out of the K-Town up there. And you won all 3 games, but I think to me the best game of the 3, as far as from a fan's point of view, and I don't know if that's what you feel or not, but that was a rough game with Catholic, physically rough, a kind of game.
You enjoyed the physicality of it.
Well, I think it done us good.
You enjoyed the fouling and the pushing and the shoving.
It's a non-contact sport. There's a lot of contact going on out there, weren't they, Anna?
Yeah.
It was right. Everybody now collapses in on you. They're going to shut you down if they can at all and not let you see the ball, touch the ball, or whatever. You seem to manage your points there. But did you not think that game was rougher than what we've had?
They are the better of the 3 opponents,
yeah.
First of all. And Knox Catholic has a losing record, but they've played unbelievable schedule.
Yes, they have, yeah.
When I say losing, it's pretty close, but they've lost a few more. They've lost to us twice. They've lost to Bearden twice. They've lost to I think Farragut. They lost to Greenville, Baylor, a common team that we would know. They lost by 1 down there. So we knew, and I think we hurt their pride a little bit when we went up there and we beat them by about 36, 37 earlier in the year, and we knew that they were going to come and rumble. And yeah, you're right. A lot of people are clashing on Anna. And we've been talking a lot about that in practice. And, you know, I'd like to think they got to pick their poison. If they're going to double her, and when she's going to find the open girl, and I'm not going to put words in her mouth, but I think Anna Mahoney wants us to win more than score points. But she's going to score points too. And
sure, yeah.
She's averaging well up into the double figures and leading her team in rebounding. And I think there was a double foul called in the game. There could have been more. You know, sometimes the referee doesn't see the first. You know, if I push you and then you push back, sometimes they see the first motion out of the corner of their eye, and then the second person gets caught. You've heard that before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like in football, too, the same way.
I think Anna's done a good job of keeping her composure. And every team we play they're going to center their defense around stopping her to score.
Well, Anna, how do you feel in there when you're getting knocked around? It's not easy, but like you said, you're leading the team in rebounding. You're averaging about almost 14 points per game, I think, in scoring and all that. And you're sort of anchored that inside position. If the ball comes into you, you're going to get fouled, or you're going to score and get fouled. I mean, something good's going to happen almost on a positive note if we can get in there. It's not the easiest thing to do, though, is sometimes.
No. Whenever teams double down on me, sometimes teams do it, like certain teams do it better than others. So, like, when a good team's coming down on me, it's important for my shooters to fill the open spot and, like, so I can kick it back out to them. But if it's a team I think I can score on, like, even if I am getting double teamed, then I'm gonna try to do it.
Does Anna get credit for an assist when they throw it to her, she's double, and she flips it back, reverses it right back out? Does that count as an assist for her?
Absolutely, yeah. She had a game here somewhere in those last 3 games. It wasn't Knox Catholic. She had 7 assists.
Wow.
That's and led our team, and that's from a post. That's almost unheard of. You know, assists. A lot of people don't really. A lot of your average fan doesn't really understand. Assist has to be an immediate score. I can't throw it to Gary.
Sets up the person to score.
I can't throw it to Gary Ownbey and you do a crossover dribble between your legs and shoot.
Right.
I have to throw it to you, and you're allowed. You have to score without any dribbles, or if it's a fast break, you're allowed the fast break dribble ahead. Yeah. But if I throw it to you and you shot fake and go around the girl and shoot a bank shot, that's not an assist. So to get 7 out of the post,
that's a lot.
That's pretty high number. So,
what's a secret to Hannah Jones getting these fast breaks? I mean, that girl's fast. I mean,
like you just answered it, Indiana.
Yeah.
She's fast. Yeah, she can run like a deer.
She can run like a deer. That girl can finish either side too, and that's a huge.
She's gotten better at that. I think Anna will back me up on this. You know, we tried to put her at the 3 a small forward position, or facing the bucket a little more. But we tried that, but I think we were in about the second game of the year, and I said she missed like 4 or 5 left-handed, what I call just crip shots, and I said, nope, back to the post, and that's pretty well what's happened, hasn't it? But she's hit some timely threes this year. Would you admit? Like,
Yeah.
she don't shoot many, but she's like, she shoots them, but she's a sophomore. She's got a lot of time to improve. But I don't know there's any girl around in this district that can run. And Anna runs the floor really well, but I don't want to break her heart here. But Hannah Jones is just a little quicker running the floor. Now, Anna can do things that Hannah can't do, but Hannah's forte is, and without snowbirding, you know what snowbirding is. There's people that take off on the shot, but she can anticipate. And I'm blessed to have both these post players. We can run. These two girls can run with any set of post players in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah, they're doing real well. As you move in, I guess having 3 games next week or last week, 3 games. We played Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, had 3 games. And then now you got a 7-day layoff between games because you played last Saturday, you don't play again until this Saturday. Does that have any detrimental effect on you, or is it just, we've been out of school for 2 days too, I know, and you probably practice, but does all of this?
We weren't allowed to practice Tuesday, am I right?
Yeah.
So, Powers, the people above me said, no school. And we don't have a no school, no practice policy. We don't have a no school, no play policy. But I was, we had that little snow flurry come down that morning. And but I think we all saw after 12:30 it was all gone. But they'd already made the commitment. And I wasn't sweating it too much.
Well, 1 day off in 7 days, that's not going to be a big deal for you.
Well, we took off Sunday. Right after Knox Catholic. My plans was to take off Wednesday. So all I did was just rearrange.
Okay.
So we practiced Wednesday, and then yesterday we were allowed to practice. We went against the freshman boys. Not a full game, but we went for about 3/4 of a game and kept score and fouls and all that. And it's the first time all year we've done that, and against the freshman boys. And is it detrimental? I've seen it go both ways. I don't know. We set off a week. I think last year we set off eight days, and we played McMinn and won by 40 in the first round. So it can go both ways. If you're not experienced in keeping your team sharp, it can definitely be you lose the rhythm of the game and the referee's calling. And I'll tell you, if it's a walk in practice, I'll call it. If it's a hand check, I'll call it. Because you get out of those things. You let things go.
Do it like the game's going to be played.
Yeah, do it like the game. And that's, you're going to practice. You're going to play like you practice. So I don't think, I feel pretty good. We got today's practice, and it'll be a shorter one, intense and short. And then we're waiting on the winner of Walker Valley East Ham. What a great spot to be in. They play tonight, and then they got to turn around and play us tomorrow. So we all be more rested. But we don't know who to prepare for, so we're going to go in and worry about mainly about what we do today in practice.
Well, I always like this time of year to go back and talk about something that happened a long time ago before this young lady at least was born. 1984, Jim Smitty was coaching a tournament here at Bradley and got upset by a Cleveland girls team that had won 2 games the entire year, 2 games the entire year. And came in here and beat us on our floor 43-41 in an elimination game.
Did you say you enjoyed talking about that?
You did.
I didn't say I enjoyed it.
Oh, okay.
I like to bring it up this time of year because, and sometimes that point needs to be driven home because we assume
it's left an impression in your mind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and I did not really know that or remember it until I started doing research on the book that I put together. And when I read that article, I had to read 2 or 3 times to make sure I was reading it right. But things can happen, You never take anything for granted. You never assume anything. The time you start taking for granted, assuming things, that's when you get cut down and bam, It's
it's no different than life. Sports and life have a lot of correlations. Like everything's going fine right now. Just one text on a phone could cause a wreck.
Yeah.
Could cost you your life. One overlooking one team not taking it serious, not playing to your best of your ability, your season could come to an end. But we're in a position, whether we win or not, we're moving on. But this year, more than any, because of the COVID restrictions, the home team plays at home, higher seed, we have a chance to run 6 games in a row. I don't know if you did the math yet.
Oh, yeah.
2 in the district, 3 in the region, 1 in the sub-state. We could win them all. We could lose any one of those. That other district, 1, 2, and 3, they had a 3-way tie. Mm-hmm. Stone Memorial, I think, is the best team, but they split with Cookeville. Cookeville split with White. White split with Stone.
Yeah.
They went to some formula of who allowed the least amount of points, and I think it came out Cookeville 1, Stone 2, and White 3. So that means Cookeville will play at home in the both.
In the district and the region.
Well,
they got to win the district.
They got to win
or
the
be
district,
second.
yeah. Just like we got to win our district to get the number 1 seed. And,
Oh, yeah.
we're not, everybody's anticipating us against Cleveland. We've talked about it. And make no mistake, we've been working for Cleveland already in practice, but we will not overlook. We will treat Walker Valley or Eastham like it is a lose or go home game tomorrow night.
Let me ask you this about District 6. From what I heard just yesterday, I didn't know this, but they've not played any of their district games yet because they were going to start Monday. And then snow hit over there and the ice, and they're up on that plateau over there, which is a lot colder than it is down here, and they got a lot more snow. When will they start? Will they try to play tonight, or is school is probably out up there today? Are they allowed to play with school out, or will they have to wait? And how's that going to affect them? Any idea?
I know they're out of school. They do not have a no school, no play policy. Probably my best coaching ally over there, Michael Dodgen at White County.
Whose mother just died this week.
His mother just passed away, and I sent him a text 2 days ago telling him that we're thinking about his family. And but I just didn't get into the basketball part with him. You just
Probably
lost your mother.
Mind.
Yeah, I just like. But I've wondered that. I may call. It won't be hard to look on Coach T and figure out. The good thing for them, they only have 5 teams. So you got Ray playing Warren, and then there's just 4 teams left. So they can get this thing over.
Yeah.
They can get this thing over pretty quickly. But you have, according to the state guidelines, Gary, you have until February the 24th to get your district tournament over. I don't think they're going to have any trouble. The day's
No, not with just 5 teams.
Today's the 19th, yeah. So
that's next Wednesday. And like Gene Manisa said, we don't care what you do in your district, just give us 4 teams to the region. You figure out how to do that.
Well, I got an email last night from TSSAA saying you must play a district tournament.
Really?
It's the first time I've ever seen one. And we're doing this here.
Changed.
Yeah, we're doing this here in no premeditated talk before the show. And yeah, I just got an email last night saying you must play a district tournament. Wow. That goes against everything we've ever heard.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what has happened. I don't know what would change it. But like you said, I've been in meetings. I've been coaching a long time, and I've heard many times from Mr. McNeese that if you guys just want to take your 1, 2, 3, and 4 from the regular season and send them to the region, you can do that. I don't know anybody that does that.
No, I don't either.
But I thought that was unusual. Yeah, I'm gonna find out a little more today from Coach Jackson.
Maybe they're counting on that money, that extra money from the district tournament.
That's the first thing that came to my mind. I mean, they get 18%
right
of the
top.
gross. I'm looking here. I'm not to be looking down here. I'm trying to look like District 6. It says tonight, Ray, at Warren at 4:30. So that's what's on Coach T now. Whether we know sometimes that's not.
Yeah, it's semi-accurate.
Yeah.
But one of the good things though about this year, when all the mandated by the district for the district tournament says you're going to play on the floor of the higher seed team, it's not like having all go to a central site and have to play 3 or 4 games a night. Because with it spread out like that, it'd be a lot easier to make up those games that may be missed. Because you're on separate floors.
Yeah, you could play them let's say we were in that situation. We could play. You could have 3 rounds of boys games tonight and 3 rounds of girls.
Yeah,
if you had to. I mean, so you could cover a lot of territory when you're playing it like this.
Yeah, that's one advantage of that, I guess. Well, the Bearettes, obviously, in case nobody's noticed, jumped up to number 1 again this week after being down to number 2. But rankings we've talked about many a time are for the fans. Don't mean a whole lot that lifting that gold ball at the end of the season. And Anna, you've done it once, you know. Can we do it again?
Yeah, I think we can.
How's your team working together right now? How's the chemistry and all that?
It's good. It's gotten a lot better. Like, it's been pretty good throughout the season, but
Yeah.
I feel like now we're all starting to, like, really get close off the court, too. So it's helping us play.
Well, this is time to circle the wagons, as they say, and prepare for whatever comes at you, because it's going to get tougher every game that you have through the district. You know, as we've talked about, anything can happen. And the last thing you want to happen is to be upset, and especially in the district, and have to go on the road in the region, because that would knock you down to 3rd or 4th, and you would be on the road to Middle Tennessee there. But as far as school goes, I haven't asked you this. I don't ask them too many kids. What is your favorite academic subject here at Bradley? What do you like to study?
I guess math. I mean,
Really?
I wouldn't say I necessarily have a favorite, but
Yeah.
I can do some math.
So you must be good at it then. See, that would not have been my choice for me anyway when I was in school. History is me, but does that surprise you, Coach, that math is her? She's figuring her averages and all that.
You know, that was, I even know I have a health and PE degree with a minor in biology.
Yeah.
And I have a master's in administration, but I'm telling you, in high school, math came easy to me.
Really?
Well, other things didn't.
Yeah.
Like I was naturally had a math mind, so math, besides PE,
Yeah.
which was my favorite class. But so if you asked me what my favorite subject in school would have been, it'd have been math.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, somehow my mind, I think I was just trained from my family and just the people I was around. I grew up on a farm, and people had to figure in their head real quick how much, 500-pound
I
calf.
guess, yeah.
And I learned that trait. Now, I didn't know that about Anna. I knew that she's wanting to work with young children in some capacity after she graduates from college.
Well, she's doing that right now at Bradley, is she? At Prospect,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What level of kids you working with there?
I'm in a 3rd grade class.
Do you want to be a teacher later on in life?
I don't know if I necessarily want to be a teacher, but I think I might want to be a child life specialist, and they work in hospitals and just like help kids cope with like why they're in there.
Oh,
so,
that'd be a great career for you there.
Yeah.
10 years down the road, you see you doing that kind of thing. You're planning on getting married and have a bunch of kids yourself, or
I mean, I guess so.
put her on the spot here.
I think God will put her where He wants her. And
That's right.
He's got her.
Follow
Right
him.
now, He's got her with me, and I'm worried about the Bearettes and her health. And
Yeah.
we made a kind of, I'm not saying we did any rituals or anything, but we made a commitment that, look, this thing's all over. The state championship is like March I'm going to be off a day or two, 12th or something like that.
13th.
Week of spring break.
Yeah. Look, today is February the 19th. Mm-hmm. We talked about this about a week ago. You got 1 month. Let's put everything else on the back burner. I mean, I'm not talking about school. I'm not talking about your family.
Right.
I'm not talking about God. But let's just make sure nothing gets in the way
Focus.
of basketball. And then, look, if I ask you to pick one team right now, and we were going to make a bet for dinner, I'll let you pick any one team, and I get the rest of the state. I'm probably going to win. I know you're pulling for us. We're going to do everything we can to win this thing. But right now, there's so many. Is it Bearden? Is it us? Is it Stone Memorial? Is it? This is a weird year. One of the better teams, Whitehaven, hasn't even played. So it's an unusual year, and I just know this: we're going to go out with giving everything we got, and we're either going to win it or we won't. But I don't want to look back and have any regrets.
I mentioned the Memphis teams there. Since District 16 is not playing any games at all this year, well, I guess District 15, their top 4 just go right on into the play each other in the region, or is that how they're going to do it? I guess.
That's a dang good question.
I hadn't thought about that just now. We started talking about
You're
these
talking
teams.
about delays and weather. I'd say District 15, their delays will be double what it is in White County and Cookeville.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they've got 3 times the amount of ice and snow, I think, over in Memphis. That's a good question. Yes, I guess since they're not playing, they'll just move right on, I would think. Yeah.
And they play each other in the region, you know, to seed that to go. You know, see who comes out. 2 winners come out of there for the sub-state, or 1 and 2 come out for sub-state.
And of course, then you don't have another region to play in the sub-state, so I don't know. You know what? I haven't. There's nobody to play in District 16.
Right.
I mean, Region 8.
Region 8. Yeah.
So I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, it doesn't affect us, you know. Somewhere down the road it may. Who knows? But Anna, you've got 6, 7, 8, 9 games left, I guess, at max in your career. It's been a quick 4 years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I guess do you remember your very, very first game that you got into the game on the floor and played in?
I think it might have been at Ray County, but I don't remember if we were playing them or not. It might have been in I don't know. I just remember I got in the last 34
But that was the first place that you played at as a Bearette then.
I'm in the region tournament.
Yeah.
No, I think it was I don't remember what it was actually. But
Well, we want to wish you the best luck, good health. I know you missed your sophomore year completely with that injury to your foot. We're glad to have you back, obviously. I know this man sitting here is tickling to death to have you on his team. And wish the Bearettes the best of luck, Coach. I know you're not playing tonight, but tomorrow night you're going to be home at 7 o'clock, folks. Remember, that's 7 o'clock. And still the attendance is limited to 1/3 capacity, about 550 or so here. Understand?
That's why I understand 5 something. And all I can tell you is the game's at 7. We're going to honor Lake Forest Middle School
Great.
at halftime.
Let's mention that. Let's talk about them a little bit.
Well, I mean, they won the middle school state championship.
Going away. I mean, they didn't have a close game over there.
Well, they were down early in the game, but they ended up blowing them out by 50-something to 30-something. But they were down early and maybe tied up at half. But they won that last Saturday. I couldn't be there. I'd been to several games before, but I couldn't.
You were here working.
It was we had a game, and it was at Rockville High School, which is a fairly new school in Murfreesboro, and very proud of that bunch. And there's some very talented young ladies on that team, and we're going to honor them at halftime.
Good.
I'd like to be out there, but you know that's kind of a tough spot to stop the pregame for 5-6 minutes for the other opponent. So we're going to do it at halftime, but. I've already congratulated them in person, and people I hope will come out and watch the Bearettes and help recognize our state champion middle school program, Lake Forest Middle, and Zandra.
21-0.
Yeah, and Zandra Morris, the head coach.
Zandra Ownbey Morris. So make sure we say Ownbey in there, you know.
Former Hall of Famer here, state champion.
Yeah. Jersey retired, hanging in Jim Smith Arena over here. But what a fantastic job she did, and those girls worked hard for that. And they earned it, and they earned it in a big, big way. I know the school down there, I've talked to several people down there, they were tickled to death to have that state championship come back to Lake Forest for the first time ever. Never even gotten into the Final Four in previous years, but that's super. Glad to know that you're going to honor them tomorrow night. But so folks, remember, when you do come out tomorrow night, you're going to have your mask on to get in. You're going to have your temp checked at the door. It's $8 per ticket for everybody. There's no pass of any kind, so don't come in here and say, I've got a pass. Well, I'm glad you got a pass, but it ain't going to work here to get you in a ball game tomorrow night, or any of the district tournament games, wherever they may be. We want to wish all of our teams good luck. Cleveland High School, Walker Valley, and Bradley High School. Of course, Bradley boys play Walker Valley tonight, so one of those will be eliminated. That is the tough part of the postseason sometimes when things fall the wrong way. You got 2 local teams head-to-head, and one of them's going to go home for the final time for this season. And for those seniors, you hate that for them. But anyway, thanks again to Coach Reuter for being here, and Anna Mahonen, always representing the Bearettes in a very good way. Thanks, Mr. Soroyer and the students here for making these presentations possible here on the BCHS Bear Network, which you can view on BCHS Bear Network on Facebook as well as on YouTube. All of the Bradley home games will be streamed live for your enjoyment. So we've got at least 2 or 3, maybe 6, as many as 6 in a row coming up. So if the Bears can keep winning, all those games will be available to you on BCHS Bear Network through Facebook and YouTube. So keep that in mind. Come on out if you can. $8 to get in. It's well worth every penny of that. And Coach, good luck. Anna, good luck.
Thank you, Gary.
And we'll see you next week, Coach, on the BCHS Bear Network. Until that time, this is Gary Ownbey saying, God bless and go Bears.